Hi, Mark Savage here with Savage on Wheels. We got a beautiful day in Wisconsin, and it's only March, and we can't believe it right now. But we've got the Hyundai Palisade, and 2 years ago, this, along with the Kia version, which is the Telluride, was kind of my car of the year. I called it a Telluride my car of the year because I liked its styling a little better, but this is still pretty sharp. 2 years later, it's still a wonderful vehicle. This is what they call a mid-size. I mean, this competes with the Explorer and so forth, but anywhere from 35 up to 50 grand, you've got one heck of a vehicle here that's just got every feature known to mankind on it. So when you had that 50,000 level, which is what we're at here with the Calligraphy edition, which is the top of the line, I mean, you've really got everything. It's a luxury vehicle. We're going to show you a bunch of stuff. I just want to walk around this thing and show you how beautiful it is, because I think that Hyundai and Kia both have done a great job in styling. You know, you may not like a big grille, but by golly, this has got one.
Big logo.
Got the big logo, but it's at least an interesting pattern that they got in here. And again, I like the headlights. I like the way that they wrap around here, the little design that's in there, and then the lower lights that are down here in their own little little cordoned off area.
Logo.
And a logo.
The Easter egg.
Yeah, there you go. That's the Easter egg. So there's that. And then, Paul, let's go to the back and we'll show them, what's in the back end of this thing. Plus, I got to tell you, there's plenty of room, first of all. Obviously, if I had this seat up, we got plenty of room for groceries here. You got a little storage underneath. That's a pretty decent amount right there. This is what's cool. I'm sure most people will really love this sort of thing, is you can put the seat up or down, power it. The second row, I can punch the button and it will fold flat up there. And there's a pretty good amount of room in this back seat. I'll show you that in a minute. But we could have 8 people in here if you opt for the middle row having a bench seat in it. And that's nothing extra. You can either have it for 8 or for 7. So if you're thinking about a minivan, this is another option. And of course, there's always the power hatch. So we just want to show you the interior here. First of all, Napa leather. They've got kind of a quilted pattern on here. Very nice. Real quick, Paul, we got heated and cooled seats in the back. We got all sorts of plugs. We can plug in, your toaster in the back here, whatever you want to do. All sorts of good stuff.
Charge your electric car.
Charge your electric car, your neighbor's electric car, right? And then here's the other thing is I want to show you is we got one touch on the side that opens this up, lets it slide forward, and there's also a cord back here in case you're in the back seat and you got to get out. But there's plenty of room back here, and that seat can be put in a number of different locations, so you can see while your rear end is a little low, as it always is in this third row seat. I got plenty of leg room. Now I don't have a lot of legs here either. I'm a short dude, but one I can stick my leg up that way, but there's lots of room. A lot of times that seat is all the way back here. So I think it's a real reasonable vehicle for having a family taking a long trip. So some of the basics here. We've got a 3.8 liter, almost 300 horsepower V6 in here. And that's the only engine offered. There's no hybrid yet in this particular model. But it gives you plenty of power. Also, Paul, we got lots of choices here as 5 drive modes. We got snow, which we definitely need in Wisconsin from time to time. Eco, which if you want to save a little fuel. Comfort to soften the ride a little bit. Sport to give you a little more power, and it actually does, so that's good. And then I've been leaving on smart because I would like to be smart, and but I haven't noticed my IQ changing at all. I mean, I don't feel any brighter at all. But smart supposedly reads how you drive and then gives you the power you need and the ride you need as you're going. So I don't know. Anyway, this handles well for a good-sized vehicle, and has a very pleasant ride. A lot of vehicles, even all these crossovers and SUVs, a lot of them still have kind of a bumpy ride, and you feel it, of course, here in the Midwest and all the bumpy roads we got, but this one's really very pleasant. So I appreciate that. And again, we've got features out the wazoo here that we'll show you for the interior. Here we go. We've got to put it on sport mode. We're going to get on the highway and see what 291 horsepower will do for us in a pretty good sized vehicle. sounds like it means business. We got a little truck, of course. Well, that's what we can do. 85, I think I saw, Paul.
Yep.
And, you know, but it's nice and smooth. That's the other thing, is this thing is nice and smooth. You're hearing it beep because I have the lane departure on. I'm going to turn that off. I think I just hit the right button down here while we're driving. Yep. And to me, that the greatest feature on a car is when you can turn off the lane departure so it's not beeping at you constantly and driving you nuts. I understand its value when you're on the highway and you're going a long distance, and you know it's possible you might doze a little or become distracted and you hit a line and it's going to beep or push you back over. I understand that. Anyway, I just wanted to point out the interior. We got a lot of good stuff here. Again, of course, all the features on the steering wheel like we normally have. We can adjust through and find out what kind of gas mileage we're getting, which is up almost 20 miles per gallon right now, which I think is pretty respectable. We've also got a digital radio screen here. It tells us the forecast. It appears we have broken clouds, Paul. I don't know. They look like a big... I don't see anything broken up there. They look like they're all one piece to me.
Boom, boom. Try the beef. I'll be here till Tuesday.
Humor. I love it. Anyway, one of the things I like about Hyundai's layout is that they do all the nice big buttons straight across here, so you can easily find if you're doing radio, navigation, map, and then of course we got the push button transmission here. It's an 8-speed transmission. That gives you a better gas mileage because as you can shift into the most efficient gear. And then we got heated and cooled seats. We got a heated steering wheel. But Paul, we got 50-some degrees today. We don't need all that today. But normally, yes, we do. We got the 360 camera. We got a hill descent. So Palisade, a heck of a nice vehicle for a family, I think. And again, a wide price range. This year, for 2022, they've added some safety features. They already had a bunch, but first they put this cool little turn signal into the mirror, which I like. I just for a styling thing, but not that safety-minded, I don't think. But we've also got the blind spot warning and the rear cross-traffic alert. So those are standard now. And now something they call safe exit, which a lot of the cars are putting on it now, is when you open this door and it senses if there's a car coming down the street, and it's going to beep at you and say, don't get out of the car, you're going to get hit. So that's another feature anyway that's out there. But a lot of vehicle for your money. About $1,700 extra for the all-wheel drive versions of these. And my thought is maybe go for that second tier SEL, I think it's called, with that all-wheel drive, and you got yourself one heck of a nice vehicle.